and we make some comments as we go along.
Quickly, Anambra State Governor Professor Chukuma Soludo has issued a firm warning to roadside preachers using loudspeakers in public spaces, particularly in markets, over their excessive noise pollution. Now, speaking to some traders at what is believed to be a Chanja market in Onisha, Soludo emphasized that noise pollution disrupts daily life and will no longer be tolerated. He announced that the violators of this new directive would face a hefty fine of 500,000 naira. Take a look.
If you want to preach the word of God, you go to your church. Are you getting me? You are causing pollution. You cannot come to a marketplace and begin to disturb everybody else. Are you getting me? If you want to preach the word of God, you go to a church. The person who wants to come to your church will come to your church. But you don't force everybody. In a marketplace, people have come to trade. It's not a church. So you don't do that. They would have arrested you, contravening the law. Okay? You don't come out and take the space and start preaching. It's noise. Uno na nuku ya? All the ndị na-eje welo microphone wepụta na n'ọnụ ụzọ n'ime afịa. Bido na-akpọ ebe you are polluting the place. It's illegal. Okay? Everybody has freedom of worship. If you want to worship, we protect everybody. But you don't go to the middle of a market where people are coming to trade and turn it into a church. Otherwise, we'll be charging you for this space.
Now, some might argue that there are more pressing pollution concerns.
Yeah, so Soludo number one, you are um, accosting this guy for using megaphone in the market, but you're using the same megaphone to pollute the market while you claim to be addressing the people. It was the same market you were in, using microphone or megaphone and disturbing the people. You see, when people go to preach in the market, they don't preach there for hours. Some of them maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, they give the message and they're gone. And many market people actually look forward to this. Many people go and gather around that place to attend prayer because they really like what they're hearing. And it's not blaring, it's just to project their voice and people can hear them and people can still be talking, saying whatever they are saying, doing their business while this preaching is going on. Okay, if this law says people cannot use megaphone or microphones to disturb the people, fine. Let's just apply it uniformly. There are people, I won't say their names, but you will know. By 5 a.m., 4 a.m., they will be shouting with a megaphone, even if it's in their place of prayer. But they are waking everybody up, shouting right there in Onitsha, right there in major cities in the country. Waking people up, shouting and praying and waking people up. If you want to apply this law, apply it uniformly. They be shouting, God is great, shouting and shouting. People, you wake people up. Happens all over the nation. Lagos, Abuja, Anambra State, everywhere these people are. I'm not saying don't apply the rule if you think it is noise pollution, but apply it uniformly. There are people in your state that are being kidnapped and displaced and killed. Do something about it. I'm not saying that one is better than the other, but I think when it comes to human life is sacrosanct, is more important than this. If you watch the entire video, it talks about if you keep doing this every day, the woman could lose their hearing or whatever. This guy is not preaching there every day. He probably has his own business. He comes there once in a while to preach and goes, and other people do the same. If you want to apply this rule, fine. Apply it uniformly. Nobody, no religious group, nobody can use megaphone to disturb people. Contain your noise within the four walls of your worship place. The problem is that the Nigerian politicians, especially those from the southeast, they won't try to piss off those people from the north. Because while they are in this position, they are eyeing another federal appointment or a federal political position. And that is the thing. They don't really care about the people. But let's even think about it. Gani Naaba, former speaker, where is he now? Where is he now? Our Ono Kadibo. So many people that occupy that position, Evan and Werem or Evans and Werem. The other one, Babangida, that was a speaker. Think about all these people. Where are they now? You could imagine the rest of them. These positions are transient. So when you are in a place of doing good, do good. Don't just be too selfish to be thinking of your next promotion, of your next position. If you if you are in a position to do good, do good. If you want to make a law against noise pollution, let it apply uniformly across board to everybody. And you too, governor, don't come to the marketplace and use megaphone and be threatening people of fines. That is not the place to give speech. Call for a political rally so when people attend, they know they have come to your political rally and then you can disturb them with noise. But you're going to a place of their daily bread and you're using megaphone to blast and blare in their ears. That is the same thing. Many people, we are in a community where many people are, how do you say it, superstitious or religious. And sometimes they believe that these prayers will help them to keep their businesses. It will help them to get customers. It will help them. Many of them believe, many of them give. Have you gone to the stations recently? You see these guys come and preach and pray for travelers, and the travelers will be giving them offering because they actually believe these things. Okay, so I mean, you can tell them to lower the volume if it's too high. They can use maybe um, noise meter to test the volume, but to tell them not to preach at all, to go to your church or to go to a place where hire a place, rent a place, and people can gather. I know that Soludo goes to church, and Jesus tells his disciples to preach the gospel, take the gospel to all nations, to every nook and cranny. You can't restrict them. They can't come to the market. And if they come, they can. You didn't even say, okay, don't use megaphone, just use your voice or set the volume low or whatever. Or don't stay close to someone. You can stay in the central park. Have you heard the noise of the cars passing, the noise of the loading of vehicles? You know, as they are yelling and shouting, the noise, even from pricing stuff, the decibel is high. And your concern is that the guy is using megaphone, you're gonna collect 500,000. The way you guys just drop numbers, it's appalling. To be frank, it's appalling. The guy is not stealing. The guy is not killing anybody. The people that didn't come to report, they have the the marketplaces are organized. There are things you don't go into, governor. The marketplaces are organized. The people have their own unions and their own leaderships. They can run those places. Run the security of your state. You're the chief security officer. Run that. Ensure that those people going into the farms of the people harvesting it and feeding it to their cows, that they stop it. That they do honest labor, that they plant their own, since their cattle and cows feed on those crops, they should plant their own, buy their own land or lease their own land, plant it and harvest and feed to their cows and cattle, and not harvest, vandalize people's farms. Make sure there's security in your state. Look at River Niger there. Dredge, get us a seaport in east of the Niger. Do something important. Do something important. Not going to the marketplace to speak English to the people who are trying to find food to eat. Anyways, that's just my opinion. And I think I've interpreted for everybody. See you next time.